Here's Tower Enthusiast's favorite towers. So I made collages of these photos. So this first one right here, the one on the left, that's my favorite tower. It's a gray monopole on Tollgate Road. It has an F8 306. I thought the tower had double doors at first, but it appears that the things that look like double doors are just boxes for the cell antennas that were painted to look like dual strobes. It's weird. It's 5 set of cell antennas. You used to have a 6 set. And you can see markers right there. And those are the two things that look like dual strobe. And you can barely see it, but you can kind of see the 306 right there. Next to one of those boxes. And this tower is also where a dead long lines tower is. I'm gonna say it was probably like a guide long lines tower, like one of those before was owned by like MCI or IXC, whatever. Something that's not AT&T. Since AJ Jackson said that there used to be a long line tower where this one stood, and in this long lines tower series, it just shows AT&T long lines towers. And his first city of that series was in Alabama. And he didn't include the tower that was here, so the old long lines tower here, I would say it was probably an MCI long lines tower. Now the one on the right is the Big LT's favorite tower. It was constructed in like 2002. My favorite tower was constructed in I think 2003. So Big LT's favorite tower, this red and white monopole, was constructed in 2002. It used to have an FH309 halogen beacon, but in 2016 it was replaced by the mysterious night mode only LED, I believe by Orga, and its night mode's even longer than Flash Technology Dual Strobes night mode. And its tower gone through a saw antenna modification in late 2021, like a few months ago. That's it for those two. Now I got these two towers right here. This one right here is WhyisAiden's favorite tower. It's in Akron, Ohio. It has modern incandescents on it, or 300 millimeters to make Aiden happy. And this is his favorite tower, so we gotta say 300 millimeter. And I don't know if this is either a TV tower or one of those tall FM towers. Since there's no pin mark on the building that this tower's next to. But this is WhyisAiden's favorite tower right here. This right here is Marion Forty's favorite tower. It's in the Oklahoma City Tower Farm. It used to have 300 millimeter beacons. I want to say they were probably old school. But this tower now has night mode only LEDs, unfortunately. And then we got these 3 towers right here. The last ones in this video. So these 2 right here, they're Orion C's favorite towers. And yeah, these are both of his first favorite towers. But they're both in Farmington, Connecticut. First we're going to talk about this candelabra here. It's also like little trusses where the arms are. Pretty cool. But it used to have FDB 205-4s, but they've been replaced by SkyTech box strobes. And it has an F8308 on one of those antennas. It only shines white. And then this TV tower mast here. It used to have FDB 205-1s with a double F8308 on top on the antenna. Yeah, it's a very rare beacon. It's like two F8308s permanently stacked onto each other. It's really cool, but sadly, the box strobes and the double 308 has been replaced. They've been replaced by Drake Whiting LEDs, white only. At least this has white only LEDs still. So, yeah. But those Drake Whiting LEDs have been replaced by even more Drake Whiting LEDs. But with the new Drake Whiting LEDs on this tower, one time they gone to a red night mode when they're not supposed to. They're on to a 30 FPM night mode. I think that's what Ryan C said. So, yeah. But thankfully that's been fixed. So this TV tower duo only shines white, both towers. This right here is Travis Glanton's favorite tower. Unfortunately, the street used back from 2007, 2008. So this is low quality. Right here is the Johnston, South Carolina long lines tower. It was constructed in 1963. Yeah, of course, it originally had an old school incandescent, but in the early 90s, this tower's incandescent was replaced by a FH308 single strobe. That was always stuck on day mode until 2001 when it was replaced by an FH306. And then in October of 2010, it's been replaced by a Flash Technology dual strobe. If this tower gets an LED, it will become an accomplishment tower. So, yeah. It just looks like one of those normal, average steel long lines towers. And then right here is AJ Jackson's favorite tower. It's the Catawba long lines tower, or you should say, the tallest long lines tower. Yeah, it's in Catawba, Ohio. It was constructed in the 60s, and it's a guide long lines tower. It used to have old school incandescents, of course. I don't know if it had one set of markers or two sets. And then in I'll say in the 90s, the incandescents were removed with no replacement, making this tower now beaconless. Until 2011, when I think AJ Jackson said that this tower got two sets of FH308s, and it might have been white only dialight LEDs. Don't know. But yeah, and then in 2017, I think, the 308s were replaced by two sets of white only FTS 370s. And you can see a small cement tower next to this tower, next to the main tower. The cement tower was constructed back in the 40s. It's beaconless, unfortunately. But the reason why the steel tower was constructed, because I think they needed higher elevation. I think that's how you say it. But yeah. Yeah, it's raining here right now. But that's all the towers. Which one did you like the best? Like Tower Enthusiast, that's not on here. Tower Enthusiast, that doesn't have their favorite tower on here. Which of these do you like the best? Yeah, I got my own favorite tower on here. So, yeah. That's my favorite.